This is Christian's response.
I call for a strong south wind. I call for a strong high-pressure system. I call for a supernatural heat wave all over this nation and anywhere else in the world where it is needed.
He went on to conjure up a heat wave all across the United States to kill COVID-19. But literally, like the day after, an extremely strong cold front came through the central part of the United States. But the high temperature for the next day was literally like 30 degrees below normal. I mean, you can't even make this stuff up. I truly believe that there are times where I really believe that Kenneth Copeland is demon-possessed. There's just something about his eyes.
There really is something creepy about Kenneth Copeland's eyes.
Your sleepy eyes, and it's hard to see you dreaming. You hide inside yourself, and I wonder what you're thinking. And everything you're chasing, it seems to leave you empty. And it won't take long to burn all eyes on me through the nothing that you learn. All eyes on me and the things you choose to be. All eyes on me. Just look away. It's so hard to be someone strong enough today. And all that you knew slip away. You drown in deeper oceans than meant to be religion. They smile and stab my back, and I lie and have to laugh. And it won't take long to burn all eyes on me through the nothing that you learn. All eyes on me and the things you choose to be. All eyes on me. Just look away. So hard to be someone strong enough for today. And all that you knew slip away. And you hide in your room when nights burn away. And you move from the truth. It's all so far from you. Daylight burns your sleepy eyes, and it's hard to see you dreaming. You hide inside yourself, and I wonder what you're thinking. And everything you're chasing, it seems to leave you empty. And it won't take long to burn all eyes on me through the nothing that you learn. All eyes on me and the things you choose to be. sleepy eyes and it's hard to see.
And you can see there on his left, but on our right, that it looks like there's two eyes in there. The other one's pretty screwed up, but this one looks close up of that there, so you can see there's two whites and two corneas there. And I have seen this before, and that was in this picture right here, which is I took this from a music video of Britney Spears, and I kept noticing there was something with her eyes, and so I literally went up to my big 65-inch TV and took a picture off of the actual video, and this is what I saw. Now, whether this is CGI or made up, I don't know, but that's definitely not. And in my opinion, stuff like this is this is not just reptilian, because personally I believe that the reptilian are demons. It's the demon seed. It's the seed of the serpent. So I've had a lot of experience in casting demons out of people. And I would never do that until they were ready. Because if you cast them out and you don't fill that up with the Holy Spirit, you don't fill that your heart and everything in your soul up and keep it filled and with the Holy Spirit, they'll come back and they'll bring worse ones with them. This one was really weird. This was also off of a video. In fact, all of these were off of videos, where they were talking or something, and all of a sudden their eyes would just switch. It's not like they had time to put in contacts or anything like that. This one turned. She was up on stage or something, and somebody must have been staring at her, and she turned around and just looked at that person, and her eyes switched to this. Now this is Dolly Parton, who has gone off her rocker. She's not that little Christian girl from the holler anymore. She's turned into a very evil person, telling people they're crazy if they don't get the vaccine and stuff like that. That's Prince Philip. That's Alex Jones. And I noticed that if you look closely, you can see the slit in his eye. This is Joe Biden. And I've seen I've seen his eyes just go white while he's talking from a video. I've put this in other videos, but yeah, something going on here. And this one is what freaked me out, because I was looking, this is Lady Gaga, and this was a music video that was on YouTube, and I was just, my eyes just catch these things for some reason. But I saw this happen. Now, at first glance, you think maybe she just got her eyes shut, or that her eyes are open. But if you'll see her top eyelashes, she shut her eyes here. And when she did, there was a whole other set of eyes on top of that. That's her eyes shut. This is her eyes open. So I've watched her shapeshift. Unless it was all CGI or something, I don't know. Now this is her also, where she literally shapeshifted. And she was also flicking her tongue. Like she literally, I don't know what happened there. It's like they call it crystallization or something. But you can see her tongue sticking out. And then it was moving, like flicking out like a reptile. I tried to unblur it a little bit, but you can see what I'm talking about. That's Alex Jones' eyes. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was a glitch. But I know something's changed about him. He's not the same person. And I used to listen to him all the time, years ago, about Bohemian Grove and all that. And until I started hearing him screaming and yelling and telling people that he needs money and if they don't send it to him, screaming and yelling, and he was off the rocker. So this was an entertainer singing, and she literally turned into a demon. And on the right there, that's George Bush's daughter. I can't remember her name. But she really glitched out on screen. Of course, that's Zuckerberg's and his wife. And these are some singers, I think, from Japan or China, somewhere. But they literally do not look human. And, of course, this is Trudeau. His eyes just went full reptilian right there on live TV. There's Madonna. You can see her eyes just, they turn totally white except for a slit. And that's that same one. And that's, I can't remember his name, but he's on Fox News. And I caught his eyes doing that. Of course, you know who that is. And that. And Oprah. You can't, I don't know if you can see it on the big screen, but her eyes do go to slits there. And I can't remember her name. She was Obama's best buddy. And there's George Herbert Walker Bush with slit eyes. Lindsey Graham, how about that? Now this one was a whole nother story. I mean, even the teeth. These were total, this is a different species of something. I don't know what it is. And there's somebody, he was just on this thing, and all of a sudden his eyes started doing that. This is another one of those where she shut her eyes, and she had another set of eyes up there. That's with her eyes shut right there. Britney Spears. And this was live. I just did screenshots. I finally got it stopped because it was brief that they went slits, and there she was. I don't know who this was, some sportscaster, Nicki Minaj. These people sell their souls. They make a deal with the devil. And I truly believe that these are, this Prince Philip again with his slit eyes. That's just AOC with her MK Ultra eyes. And that's some serpent-looking thing with big split eyes. Hillary Clinton. There you can see his Trudeau's eyes up closer. And the she's a queen for sure. She's right there. That's a man. I mean, I don't care what anybody says. That is a man right there. Full-blown man. It doesn't look anything like a woman. But there's that. Her left eye is black and bloody. And this here is the new head of the World Economic Forum. Now, how feminine does that look? I'm trying not to get, have my brains fall out. But that is a feminine face right there. And that eye, whoa, kind of reminds you of the Queen's eye. Creepy. So there you go. I'm not saying I'm a total believer or not. I don't know. It sure does look sus. God bless.
Calling all angels. We're trying, we're hoping, but we're not sure. Calling all angels. Calling all angels. Calling all angels. Walk me through this. Don't leave me alone. Calling all angels. Calling